I think that mornings in the studio are a really special time. I've always said that the strength of this place is the team in it, and I think that that's never more apparent than first thing in the morning. Without this team and the people in it, this is an empty building. And when we fill it with a team, suddenly the creative process happens. And at the end of the day, with any luck, we've created art. I think that's something really special. And it blows my mind every day. I've never really gotten used to it.
My name is Chris Toller. I am a professional tattooer and co-owner of 7th Sin Tattoo Company in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been tattooing for 15 years now. Zach and I started the shop in mid-2015, so it's been open a little over 5 years now. As far as the process that came from that, grueling, long and hard, and worth it, very rewarding. There was a lot of the process was Zach and I kind of independently doing it ourselves, no guidelines, no playbook on what we should do and who we should do it with. So it was really kind of throwing ourselves out of a plane and putting our parachute together as we were free falling. And hoping that we had it on time before we landed. And fortunately, it seems that we have. Yeah, I think the hardest part though ultimately was just uprooting everything that we knew and coming here without really any help. And I think that would be scary and intimidating for anyone. And fortunately, we had each other through the whole process, and we always considered ourselves a pretty good team, and here we are. Tattooing to me is ultimately a way to express and explore many levels of creativity that I found innate in me from as far back as I can remember, and to be able to use that as the building blocks to create freedom for myself and a legacy life, to put a stamp on the future and to contribute to the future of this craft and this culture, and leave it in a better place than I found it.
Starting the 7th Sin?
Yeah.
It was a band of brothers, you know. We all moved down to Charlotte, not knowing anyone in Charlotte, hanging out together. You know, like you work with the people, and then you go hang out with the people, and then you eat with the people. Like it was a family event, you know. If one person ate, we all ate. Everyone feeds off of each other, you know. Like one person might be better at layout, one person might be better at design concepts, and we all just kind of feed off of each other and like learn off each other and bounce ideals. Like people don't see that side of our work is when we come in early and like we all sit in the back and discuss, you know, color theory for the tattoo, or like, oh, what if you move that hand down a little bit so it flows better on like the thigh, or you know, whatever. People don't see that side of like the hard work that goes into their beautiful design. They just see like, oh, you drew that in 20 minutes. That's not the case.
Yeah.
My name is Hannah McKee, and I work at 7th Sin Tattoo Company. Tattooing to me, I mean, it's when I was, graduated high school, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I had started getting tattooed, and going to the studios and getting artwork on me, it helped build confidence, but it also was such a neat idea to me that you could make art on someone and it would be just permanently there, kind of like a walking museum. So when I got into it, I thought that I was getting into it to just because I wanted to make art for my job, but the more I do it, the more I love how, you get to see when people see the artwork on them, like the confidence it brings them or the excitement, to be able to make artwork that also just isn't for myself, it affects other people in a good way, is definitely, I think, a really important part of this job, and one of the best parts, one of the most fulfilling parts of being able to make tattoos.
My
My name is John Ronska, and I am a tattooer at Seventh Sin Tattoo Company. I've been tattooing officially for 9 years. Tattooing is, in and of its essence, is representative of freedom from the mundane that most people are subject to day in and day out. Working here has been a treat. In the 9 years that I've been tattooing, I have had the opportunity to work in a total of, this would be the 4th studio that I've worked in, including the studio that I apprenticed in New York. The camaraderie that kind of goes into the people that work here, the care and attention to detail from artist to artist, and the way that we interact with each other on a day-to-day basis. In general, nice to go to work and see your friends every day instead of going to work and seeing the people that you work with every day.
My name is Zach Stowers. I've been tattooing, including my apprenticeship, going on 13 years now. It's really challenging, you know, especially to be surrounded by killers all day. You know, I mean, it's also really inspiring. You know, like I'm really, really fortunate, you know, that I get to work next to, you know, Tivis Phillips, you know, Hannah McKee, John Ronska, Chris Toller. It's honestly kind of a trip. Like I never thought that I would, you know, kind of wash up here, but here we are. I'm still kind of pinching myself, you know, 6 months later, being like, oh, holy shit, dude, like you work there. It's weird.
Tattooing to me is a way forward. It's our strike back. It is something that I do with my friends, and it's something that I love. And truth be told, sometimes it's something I hate. It is frustrating, and it's also joyous. It's happy, it's groundbreaking, it's important, and sometimes it's not. And I think that there's not many things in the whole world that are like that. I think that's really special. One of the things that I think clients and customers can miss is tattooing is a lot of razzle, it's a lot of dazzle. You know, it's easy to get lost in the thunder and the lightning of what we do. But behind every good tattoo is somebody who's probably overworked, and it's probably somebody who's drawn all day, every day for the last 5 days in a row. These guys aren't just tattooers. They're friends, they're husbands, they're brothers, they're daughters. They're not just tattooers, and honestly, I think that's what I'd like to explore in this. If we can show that side through this series, I think we'll be doing something right. We are the Seventh Sin Tattoo Company.